Last video we reviewed valence electron theory and basic bonding, but how do we show bonding? One of the methods to show bonding is drawing a Lewis structure. In this video we'll review how to draw Lewis structures, which will help us visualize the compounds and molecules we make work with in the future. When drawing a Lewis structure from a given molecular or empirical formula, I like to follow a couple of steps, almost like a checklist. First, I like to count the total amount of valence electrons in a given molecule. To do that, figure out what group your element is in. We count the columns of the periodic table from left to right and exclude the transition metals. We do the same for all the remaining elements in our compound, and then add them up. Next, I like to take what I think is the central atom of our structure, usually carbon, and draw it in the center surrounded by all our remaining atoms. Next, we draw lines to show a covalent bond, and pairs of electrons to show remaining lone pairs. Finally, I'll count our shared and unshared electrons to make sure we have the right amount of valence electrons in our structure. Every line is 2 electrons and every dot is 1 electron. The valence electrons of our structure match up with our total, so our structure makes sense. However, intuition or a gut feeling probably isn't good enough to draw these structures fast and correct. Here's where I like to introduce a little mnemonic, HONC, like honk with a C. Hydrogens and halogens like bromine, chlorine, and iodine like to form 1 bond. Oxygen likes to form 2 bonds. Nitrogen likes to form 3 bonds. And carbon likes to form 4 bonds. In addition, I like to remember sulfur 6 and phosphorus 5 to remember how many bonds each of these respective elements can form. Using these tricks, you'll be able to quickly draw a Lewis structure for the most common elements you'll see in organic chemistry. In the next video, we're going to take the HONC mnemonic one step forward to discuss formal charges, and then wrap up with some practice problems drawing Lewis structures and defining formal charges.